pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. On first down at Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion. And bringing up fourth down.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Running left, Montgomery. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Chicago.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. The screen pass here to Cohen. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
From the 50, here's Fields. Swings this out here for Cohen. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Fields. That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown, Bears. Jimmy Graham there to make the grab. And the Bears are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Bears 7, Rams 0. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Rams 0.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Switch. Alert! Zebra! Hey! Hold. Begin. Check. Alert! Check. Hey!
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They're not ready for that. Easy! Y'all playing the wrong football.
Throwing is Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Deshaun Jackson is now with his 4th franchise in his 14th NFL season, but this one, a homecoming a little bit. He grew up in Long Beach, so playing for the Rams seems like a natural. Picks up a first down with that catch there.
What do you got? What do you got? He's checking. Stay 50, stay 50. Check 50. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the
On first down, Stafford here. It's caught by Jackson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. To throw is Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Woods. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second and 2. First down marker at the 8. Stafford going to give this to Akers.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, second and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
53, ready?
Back to throw, Stafford. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
He's checking Craig.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Stafford hooking up with Akers, and he gets it down to the 32. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Now Stafford. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Slam. Check it back. Wait.
Here's Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Van Jefferson there to make the grab. And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college, and gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare as well, because they spend all week preaching about the need to wrap up and make sure tackles. But what a letdown here, and it winds up costing them big yardage.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Deshaun Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. A final shot before the break. Fields. He's going to take another shot here. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What do I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 24. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession now.
To throw again on second down. Fields escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On first down, Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Again, Fields. Pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. A shotgun snap, Fields. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, 46 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos with the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the 29-yard line.
Going right back to Akers.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.
Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Rams 21. Carlos Santos.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Stafford. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off
here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Flush to his right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Touchdown, Rams! Cam Akers, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Deep ball for Goodwin. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun, here's Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They snap it to Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Out of the gun, Fields. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now Fields. He'll drop this down to Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Fields now to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays and the right reads.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Fields. Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Rams take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter, getting down to the good stuff.
Check 59. Here we go.
Stafford here coming off his pick six. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's 2nd and 10.
Middle. Big 20. Hey. Hey, 22. Switch. Middle. Go.
Now it's Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here comes Mooney now on the jet sweep. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Larry Fitzgerald there to make the grab. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Bears 42, Rams 35.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, this one to the left to Higbee. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. The defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
Now Stafford. That's taken in by Callaway. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Four receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Now it's Stafford.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashaun Gipson. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery.
Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
Rolling to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just shutting him off there. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One last throw here for Stafford. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for Chicago, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for L.A., they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.